Let's get right to it. And off we go from Las Vegas. And that one bounces. Out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. First down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again to Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football off a triple option, you've actually called that play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and
3. Henry running right. And he's got room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 51 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. They'll try the air now with Newton. Touchdown! Hunter Henry. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Allen. For Marshall, that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
he's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
That's another Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by 2-time All-Pro Rodney Harrison. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 23-yard line.
2nd and 8. Running left, it's Henry. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Newton on 3rd down. It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
And some room to run now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 36 yards on the play.
6 yards. First down, New England.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. He's to the 10, and finally taken down at the 4-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Here's Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Touchdown, Patriots. George Kittle, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. They still can't get it, and he wisely will throw that one away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free, and there's another example, another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Henry, and he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Allen going to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble. On play action, Allen. Caught by Marshall. He's got it for a Las Vegas touchdown. Brandon Marshall as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. John Gruden never wanted to play it safe. His guys will go for 2. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the 13-time Pro Bowler Ray Lewis.
Who wants some?
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Pats at the line ready to go as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. That was signaling a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Oh, and now some space to operate. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun handoff to Henry. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Derrick Henry. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. Here's a diving catch right side. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Running from the gun with Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And finally down at the 32-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They keep it with Henry on first down. Finding room to the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Derrick Henry, 32 yards. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. When you're RB1, running back 1, you got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
This is secured by the Patriots. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
A run with Henry on first down, but nowhere to go there as he can't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll give it to the first option. That's their fullback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. They snap it to Newton. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
All I remember from my experience as a defender, when the big fella gets the football, you got to get on him early before he gets a chance to get up ahead of steam, because once he does that, he's going to leave a lot of tacklers in his wake.
Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Henry. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Derrick Henry from a yard away, bowling his way in. And the Patriots have taken the lead.
So, Charles, this game feels like it has been punch, counter-punch all throughout, and that touchdown breaks our tie here in the 4th quarter.
You're making me want to get back in the gym and start training again. You're talking about those punches and counter-punches. I also think this is where you and I start thinking to ourselves, who's going to make the play to change that, right? Who's going to get out of this little cycle that they're in right now and make a play and give their team a firm advantage?
Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack. And I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off. But on that play, it had no chance.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Now Allen, got to have this one. It's complete to Cook. And all the way down to the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On 2nd and 7, Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Allen. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Throwing is Allen. And complete right side to Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Allen. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Newton. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Newton to Henry. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Newton. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
And it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a fourth down. First throw in overtime for Newton. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look downfield for Henry.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Off play action. Newton. Throwing left side. He's got Gronk. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. They fake the give. Newton. He'll buy some time right. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A give to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
106 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Henry. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Cam to throw. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Escaping the pressure right.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Newton. A check down here for Henry.
And he is not going to get to the marker as they stop him short at the 14. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Allen.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Sacked there by Ray Lewis.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Final score, Patriots 24, Raiders 21.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Trying to lay one up deep.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Allen. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. That, the definition of a do-or-die play, but they keep this overtime session going with a 1st down. Throwing now is Allen. Over the middle, complete. That's Moss. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Raiders, 1st down. 1st and 10.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 89 yards on the ground for him so far. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking.
Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And that's how this one ends, in dramatic fashion in overtime with the interception. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.